Hey there YouTube, this is Jesse with PermoFit. Just wanted to give you an update on my radish situation. I have a variety of radishes that are, well, I have 5 variety of radishes, and I have 2 containers. I have one container that is the radishes that are just growing in a container, and there's 5 varieties, and they're all kind of doing their own different thing. Some are struggling, some are doing pretty good. And I have another container which contain 3 of the same type of radish that are all, I believe, scarlet radishes or white scarlet, something like that. And I've been giving them a daily dose, a spray or spritz or whatever you want to call it, of gibberellic acid. And the results speak for themselves already. And the second container of the experimental radish, they've been planted, I want to say probably 5 days, maybe a week after the bigger container. So you can compare and kind of see the results yourself, and we'll go from there. Keep in mind the radishes are not very close to the light, and so therefore it's causing they're getting a little laggy and stuff like that. But just until I get a different setup set up, this is the situation as it's going to be. So I'll show you the radishes real quick. Okay, so here are the radishes. Some guys aren't doing so good. This guy was being overshadowed by another radish, so I had to move him around a little bit. This guy kind of had its own thing going. And these 2 guys are the same variety as these guys. This whole row is the same variety. So these ones over here are doing pretty good. Some of these guys need help standing up, so I put these little stands in. This stand I got a little creative with. So anyways, so these are the radishes. They're doing okay. I'm watering them pretty much daily, but I'm just not watering them very often. If I water them a little bit more, I let it go a couple days, let it dry out a little bit, because this container does not drain, and I don't want standing water in the bottom where the roots are. So now these are my experimental radishes. They're younger, as you can tell. They only have their first leaves going on. Here, I'll bring them out here and kind of compare the two. You can see the difference. Like here's about the same soil level. Okay, about the same. Look how much taller they are. I mean, they're really leggy, obviously, almost freakishly. And I didn't have to put these supports in. None of them were falling over or anything. But I saw how leggy they were, and I was like, okay, well, they're going to need it soon. So none of them have actually started, let's see if I can focus here. None of them actually really started their main leaves yet. You can kind of see on this, the camera doesn't focus in super good, and I don't have my macro lens on, but you can see that, I don't know, they're doing all right. They're just not the same. And the information that I read on this gibberellic acid is that if you, in higher doses, which this is not a high dose, it's a moderate dose, but in higher doses, the higher parts per million, can actually make them go dormant as if winter was coming, and sub high doses will make them grow just in radical different directions than they normally would. And I'm thinking what it does is I read up that the gibberellic acid actually can inhibit root growth. So I have a feeling that these guys probably will not develop much of a radish itself, but will become more tree-like, you know, big stalk, thick, tall, you know, maybe bush-like. I don't know, it's hard to say. But I don't know, we'll see. This is my experiment, and oops, my poor, I don't even want to show you my poor tomato and pepper pepper plants. They're just suffering and stuff. But in the next few days, probably over the weekend, I'm going to transplant them into soil and put them in a excellent growing environment. So, and these two are my mystery plants from high altitude, so they require high humidity, so I just have them in a baggie for now. When I transplant them to a bigger plot, I'm going to cover them up and give them humidity control. So anyways, so that's it. That's my video for the radish update. Please subscribe, recommend to others, share on Facebook. I usually upload these onto Facebook as well. Look me up on Facebook if you like. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, subscribe and like the videos. And I can just go on and on and on. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about the gibberellic acid? Do you guys think it's safe to eat the radishes if they even develop a radish? Is there, everything that I've come across says it's safe, but give me your input. I'm curious to know. All right, thanks.